Hello, everyone. There's Winston. There's Bruno. And the boys are going to be inside today. The shop has some melted ice and salt road grime on the floor, and I don't want them licking it, not knowing what they treat the roads with. So they're going to be inside for today, aren't you? Say sorry. Yeah, you mean mugging me? But let's get out in the shop and I'll show you what I got going on. Okay, guys, it's been a little while now again. A lot of things going on. Um, got some projects for my wife's job to do for Christmas, making some stuff for decorations and for some games and stuff. So I've been helping out with that. However, I do have a future project that I'm going to show you, and I do have a small tool haul for you all. Went to our favorite resale place that people donate stuff and then they sell it, and then it goes all to their homeless shelter in the town we used to live in. And I picked up 3 items. Well, actually, more than 3 items because this does have stuff in it. This toolbox picked up for, it was $7.50. He marked it down to $5. And it had some interesting items in it again. So I said, sure, why not? So it's got like a little key thing, and you flip it. There's some solder in it. And inside, I picked up these channel locks for $1, and this little pair of maybe 6-inch pliers for 50 cents. However, they are both, and I don't know if that'll show up for you guys, but they're both Protos. And then that one's got Proto on there too. Now this one has the original nut and slide on it. This, however, does not. As you can tell, unless somebody did something different, I'm not sure. It might be. But yeah, so once I clean that up, I'm going to see what I can do about trying to get something a little better than what's on there. Because it doesn't even look like it even fills the slide very well. But I figured both of those Protos. The small one looks like it's 275 or 276. Can't quite make it out. It looks like it got kind of cut off in the stamping process. And this one, that's kind of hard to read too. 243? No. Maybe? Well, the stampings, you can see where it's been pretty wore on the stamping itself there too. 363 maybe? So I picked that up. So that's $1.50. Then there's another Weller soldering gun. Now this one's different than the one I've got, where the one I've got, the high is at the first pull, and then the low is all the way back. On this one, the low is the first one, and the hot one is all the way back. However, the tip does look like it's been kind of mangled up a little bit. So, inside the box, believe it or not, is another soldering tip. So we'll see if that works. It might not, because this here looks like it might be bent at an angle. And I wonder if that's what they were going to try and do. But we'll see what happens. We'll see how well it works once we clean it up. And then also inside there, now this was the 2 pliers. Those were separate purchases or separate rings, but everything I'm pulling out of the box is $5. Here's another. Now this looks like it might be another, like a wood burner, possibly, because there's no solder on the tip or anything like that. More like a wood burner. So we'll see if that works. Another little piece of solder. These I'm not quite sure of. If you guys know what they are, let me know. One's got kind of a real point on the end. One's got a slot, maybe for wire. And here's another one, and it looks like it's got solder on it too. So maybe these are heat sinks, quite possibly. There is a number on it, 2378 maybe, but whatever logo or brand name that was on that has long since been gone. But those came inside the box. And last but not least, out of the box, a 1/2 inch 9/16 plumb pebble handle. I was so stoked to see that. Of course, she's a little rough, but we can clean her up real nice, real nice. So, wrench, the 2 items there, soldering tip, wood burner, I guess, and soldering gun was $5. So we'll see how those work in maybe future projects. What's that? Polaron Products Incorporated, New Rochelle. That's what it says on the logo there. So, and it looks like it was that gray hammered paint. Heck, the box would probably clean up. I kind of like that Art Deco kind of style look to it. It's just grunge, rust, and dirt. Looks like it's been in a barn somewhere, possibly. So there's that I picked up. The next item I picked up, as you kind of see over here, it says Central Forge. I'm imagining that's Harbor Freight. Missing the handle. Pick this up. $5 for that also. She's a bit on the crusty side. Looks like this was sitting next to the toolbox with the rest of the stuff. It has a swivel for it, and it's got 2 pins for the swivel. It's not all in bad shape. It's just crusty. Jaws look like they could use a little tightening. She's a bit slow on the draw here, But I'll give this another try. See what I can come up with for a handle. I don't have a lathe or anything like that, so it's going to be very, very rudimentary. But as long as it works, I guess that's the important thing. So I picked that up for $5 also. Next, for $2, no, it's not coffee. Assorted screws, nuts, and bolts filled to the top for $2. So I have plenty of little odds and ends to choose from, various assorted style. Bolt screws, carriage bolts, shoulder bolts, wing nuts. Looks like there's, but yeah, all sorts of oddball stuff that I'm going to have to try and maybe sort through, or if I need something, dump it out. When in doubt, dump it out. So those are my picks for this week. The project that that my wife's got me doing for the house here, I'll show you in just a minute. My wife picked up this little end table type thing, nightstand table. Here's the drawer for it. It had these kind of knobs on it. She likes it. I think it's a bit garish. But the plan is to strip off all the paint. Got some paint stripper. I already had her disassemble the drawer. Take the top off. And look at this wood that was underneath it. We want to, hey, sorry buddy, nobody lives for free. I think that if that's the same underneath here, why would you paint that? I mean, it's pretty thick on there. I don't know if they stained it or tried to cover something up or tried to make it match decor. But we're going to strip that paint, white paint off of there. The black almost looks like a stain, but I'm going to try and use the paint stripper on. What I got was a paint and stain style stripper. So we're going to try and get that taken off and just have it as the original wood. So that'll probably be our Thursday garage project for my day off on Thursday. I still got to work on the Christmas party stuff for my wife's job. So with that, let's go see what the little monkeys are up to and go from there. Well, as you can see, not much has changed in the last 15 minutes or so. Winston's chewing on his bones. Bruno's just laying there watching, wondering why he didn't get to go out in the shop. But as always, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And as always, from me, Bruno, and Winston, keep on tinkering.